here he goes in Galatians 5:19, where he says the works of the flesh are these: adultery. Adultery is sex outside of marriage. Any way you slice it up. Then fornication. Many people say that adultery is sex between married people, outside of their marriage, and fornication is sex between single people. No, the word fornication comes from the word pornography, or where we get the word pornography. And so fornication is any involvement you have that stirs up sexual desires that you have no right to fulfill. And so many of us, whether it's single people go out on dates, they rub all over each other. They get as close to having sex as they possibly can, but then they walk away like, oh, I didn't have sex. No, you might not have had sex, but now you're craving sex because you got yourself all tore up. And so he goes on and he says, and then there's uncleanness. Uncleanness just gets into the whole idea of just any kind of moral impurity. Then there's lewdness. Lewdness is where you give yourself to excess, or you abandon restraints and you excessively seek pleasure and fulfillment, very specifically in things sexual, but it can get into money, it can get into all kinds of things. And then there's idolatry. Idolatry is where we worship false gods. But what's interesting is we know that the purest form of Satanism is selfishness. We're worshiping ourselves. So the ultimate Satanism is creating idols in our mind by creating an unbiblical image or concept of God, but even more than that, by exalting our will above God's will.